Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Today I will discuss about chapter 12, which is cryptography. Okay, there are a lot of slides here, which is about 58 slides. So in this video lesson, I just going through the most important things, which is asymmetric and symmetric algorithms. All right, so without further ado, let's talk about this one, understanding symmetric and asymmetric algorithms. Encryption algorithm is a mathematical function or program that works with a key. Algorithm strengths and key secrecy determine the strength of security. There is another term that students need to know, which is key. It's a sequence of random bits generated from a range of allowable value called key space. The larger the key space, the more random sequence key that can be created. The more random keys that can be created, the more difficult to guess of the key. So, in the next slide, I will show you how to picture them. Okay, so these are the two terms that you need to know: encryption algorithm and a key. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Key length, right? Let's say that we have 3 bits, right? With 3 bits of key length, we can create 8 different random keys. Okay, 2 to the power of 3, which is 8 random keys. Okay, for example, you see this 000, 001, 010, 011. If you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 8 different random keys. That's what we talk about, right? The more random keys that we created, the more difficult to guess the key. All right? So this is called the key space. This is called the bits. All right. What is symmetric key? Symmetric key is a single key to encrypt and decrypt the data, right? They use a single key instead of 2 keys, which is the asymmetric. Both the sender and receiver must agree on the key before the data is transmitted, right? Symmetric algorithm only support confidentiality but not authentication and non-repudiation, right? However, this asymmetric key is much faster than asymmetric keys because there is only one key, as you can see there, single key. Well, the disadvantages, if the key is lost or stolen, then that can be a challenge, all right, for any organization. Also, it doesn't scale well because we give out keys to a lot of people, so that poses a security challenges, right? How about if the key is lost or somebody stole them, right? Since you only use one key, if that key used to encrypt and decrypt, that can be a problem, right? However, it is fast to use, so this is called symmetric key, all right? Asymmetric key, on the other hand, use 2 keys, one to encrypt data and one to decrypt data. I do not know if some of you have been to a safety deposit in the banks. When I used to have a safety deposit box in the bank, I hold the private key and the public key held by the bank officer. So whenever I go to the bank and to open my safety deposit box, I need to bring my private key and then the bank will have public key. So we can open the safety deposit box together. This is called asymmetric, right? Asymmetric algorithm. So we use 2 keys, okay? This one support authentication and non-repudiation, although it is slower than symmetric algorithm, as I mentioned before, right? This is also known as a public key cryptography, right? Hashing, on the other hand, is used for verification, right? Hashing takes a variable length input and convert into a fixed length output string called hash value or MD. make sure that students do the labs about this hazing, right? When students log into Blackboard on module 12 or chapter 12 about cryptography, there are several labs there. There are 4 or 5 labs. So please do that labs, okay? In order to get hands-on experience. It may take maybe 1 or 2 hours to do this lab on MindTap, okay? All right, so let's talk about the asymmetric. The asymmetric is on slide number 20, all right? Symmetric is used to mathematical related key. Data encrypt with one key and can only be decrypted with another key, right? So people that hold the private key can only decrypt that. Without that private key, we cannot decrypt that. This is also called public key cryptography. Public key can be known by public, and the private key is secret key that only held by the owner, right? This asymmetric algorithm provide message authenticity and non-repudiation. Authenticity means it validates the sender of message, so it's authentic. Non-repudiation, that means user cannot deny. User cannot deny sending or receiving the message, right? You cannot say, oh, I didn't receive that message. We have a proof that we send it to you and you open. Okay. So how it works, right? In asymmetric algorithm, if user A encrypt a message with a private key and then send it to user B. User B decrypt the message with user A public key. Okay, let me repeat again. User A encrypt the message with a private key and send it to user B. User B decrypt the message with a user A public key. If confidentiality is a major concern for user A, then user A encrypt the message with the user B public keys and send it to user B, and then user B decrypt the message with his private keys. All right? So now you understand the difference between asymmetric and symmetric algorithm. All right? Let me go back here again. So we talk about this and we talk about the advantages, right? The symmetric algorithm, okay, this is advantages, is faster. Disadvantages, I think we mentioned about it, right? Challenging key management and risk of theft, right? We talk about that. All right, so in the symmetric algorithm, there are 2 types, okay? They are stream cipher and block cipher. Stream cipher operate on plain text 1 bit at a time. Block ciphers operate on the block of plain text. Okay. Example of symmetric algorithm is DES, Data Encryption Standard. This encryption algorithm was established by National Institute of Standard Technologies, or NIST, right? This type of algorithm is not popular because they are known for their vulnerabilities, okay? So, in 1988, NSA thought that the standard was at risk to be broken, right? So, it's not widely used anymore. The one that replaced that algorithm is called triple DES, okay? Triple DES is newer than DES. They serve as a quick fix of DES vulnerabilities, perform original DES 3 times with different key, which is much stronger than DES. So using DES, there is only one key with triple DES. As you can see that we have triple, so they triple the key 3 times. So you encrypt 1 time, and then you encrypt again the 2nd time, and then you do another one the 3rd time. So it is more secure, all right? So this is part of a popular symmetric algorithm, is triple DES. This is a newer version of DES. The next one is called Advanced Encryption Standard, right? Advanced Encryption Standard, let me see. This algorithm is trusted as a standard by the US government and numerous organizations, okay? However, it is impervious to attacks, okay? So, impervious. This advanced encryption standard is considered impervious to all attack, with the exception of brute force. Okay. Require submitter for a symmetric block cipher. So this is a block cipher capable of supporting 128, 192, and 256 bit in keys. Okay. The longer the keys, the harder it is to break in. Impervious attack, let me show it to you. That means you are immune. Okay. That means unable to be affected. Alright. Impervious. Unable to be affected. So this is quite good encryption. Okay. Advanced encryption standard. Alright. So you have triple dash, and then this is advanced encryption standard, which is a block, and then we have another one is called International Data Encryption Algorithm, or IDA. This is also a block cipher developed by Xujin Lai and James Macy, designed to work more efficiently in computer use at home and business, and free for non-commercial use. Alright, so this is the third one. The fourth one is Blowfish. Blowfish is used by many e-commerce platforms for securing payment to password management tools. This is also considered a block cipher that operates at 60-bit blocks, and the key length can be as large as 448 bits. Okay. Developed as a public domain by Bruce Snyder. Okay. This is the fourth one. We have the fifth one and the sixth one, which is RC4, right? RC4 and RC5, all right? RC5 is a newer. This is also run on the block cipher, operate in the different blocks, 32, 64, and 128 bits, okay? No, the block size. The key size is 2048 bits. It was created by Ronald Rivers, right? This is quite popular. It was developed by RSA Security. The predecessor is RC4, which is not good anymore because people can crack this pretty easy. So these are an example of asymmetric algorithm. Triple dash, advanced encryption standard, international data encryption, Blowfish, and RC5. I want to stop right here because I want to limit to 15 minutes, so I will continue in a bit. Alright, see you in the next video.